Chapter 13. The Event. Ascension, the act of rising to a higher level. We are all ascending. It is the only point to being. Moving forward, evolving as souls, striving to get back to God's frequency, the highest frequency, that of pure, unconditional love. For a while, I was confusing ascension with the event, but the two are not the same. I understand now. Ascension is a moving forward. All will move forward following the event. We will all be changed. Possibly by the time this book is published, the event will have already happened, but I still feel compelled to mention it and maybe clear up some facts pertaining to the event. For one thing, the event is a normally occurring event here in our solar system. It occurs once every 26,000 years. The last time was during the time of the Great Flood. Of course, scientists will most likely say it is nothing but a massive solar flare. It is much more than that. It does in fact come from the sun, but it originates from source itself. It is energy from higher dimensions. This energy passes through an interdimensional portal located within the sun. This energy carries with it higher dimensional properties. It will sweep across the planet Earth in like a huge cleansing wave of energy. It will change everything it touches. The wave of energy will be hundreds of miles high. Different people will experience the wave in many ways. How you see it is determined by your personal level of awareness. Some will see it as a reflective rainbow-colored smoke. Others will see it as a golden-colored energy. To yet others it may appear as a bright flash. Everyone will experience this. Many will fall into fear and panic. Others will rejoice. It is pure Christ consciousness returning to the planet. Not Jesus himself, but pure love energy. This tsunami of love energy will not just pass by, it will in fact remain on the planet. It will transform all the dark energy that is presently choking the planet and replace it with a higher frequency love-based energy. It literally changes our genetic structures as well as plants and animals. I've heard some pastors who relate to the event as being the second coming, which is partially true. They are expecting Jesus the man, but it is actually Christ consciousness. The awareness that Jesus held while here on earth, not the actual person. When this energy hits the planet, your entire body will vibrate from the higher frequencies. You will have to lay down. It is that intense. Some won't be able to handle the vibrations. They will have the option to vacate the body and then return later once the vibration has stopped. Or they may decide to cross over and return back home to spirit side. Some will leave during the energy wave. They are free to go to the new earth or back home, whatever they choose. Some will be able to jump back and forth between the old earth and the new earth. There is one thing I wish to explain. There are two scenarios going on. Some souls have decided to stay and rescue or heal the old earth. Others have chosen to go to a pristine new earth. Both choices are recognized, and both choices are honorable. I myself have chosen the new earth, but both choices have their own rewards. Now, back to the event. Once the wave of energy hits us, it penetrates and changes not only our physical bodies, but also our emotions and mental as well. When the wave hits us, no matter where we are, it will temporarily drop us. Maybe not drop us, but more like disable us for a short period of time. It is best to just lay down when you see it coming. Which leads to another question. What if we're driving or flying in a plane or doing something that may be life-threatening at the time of the wave? Not to worry, because we are protected. The skies above the earth right now are packed with ships whose mission is to help those that may be in dangerous situations at the time of the event. Yes, I said ships. What, you thought we were the only ones? Well, let me be the first to say, surprise! Not to worry. They are only here to help. The ships have tractor beams that are able to hold us in place, or they may take us aboard the ships until the danger is past. Then again, some may remember being aboard the ships, and some will not. It all depends on your level of understanding. The changes will take maybe 6 months for some to integrate, but once integrated, we will find we have new abilities. We will be telepathic, and we will all have the gift of healing. After the event, no low vibration beings will be allowed on the planet, because manifestation of anything you wish will come to physicality almost immediately, almost instantly. And since the planet is now bathed in love energy, then fear will have to go elsewhere. The same night I wrote this chapter, I was visited by an angel, Archangel Michael, to be exact. Not my first visit from Archangel Michael. I woke up and found him standing next to my bed. He was pure energy, brilliantly bright. He was pure energy, but yet had form. I could see he was holding what appeared to be a sword made of light. He held up the sword as if to hand it to me. I reached out to take the sword, and he placed it in my hand. I held it. Then he was gone. At first I was like, wow, what was that about? I knew something had happened, but wasn't sure exactly what at that point. So I asked a dear friend, not naming names, but she was my brother James during the lifetime with Jesus, or Yeshua, as I prefer. I've mentioned before that one of my lifetimes is that of the Apostle John. Anyway, I asked James, and she said, those who can hold the light can stay. It is too much for some bodies who shall not stay. At that point I knew exactly what she was saying. She was referring to the event, thus giving me more validation. I was being tested to see if I could handle the intense wave of energy that is coming. I told them that I wished to experience the transition of this energy, and they tested me to be certain that I could handle it during the event. That for me is a huge thumbs up that this wave is on its way. For a while I was confusing the terms ascension with that of the event, but now I understand the difference. Ascension is the act of rising to a higher level. As souls we are all on that journey. We are all here to ascend. We all are striving to reach the next higher stage of consciousness. Everyone will ascend. The event will help facilitate higher consciousness. It will, in fact, move us to the next level. I at first thought that the raising of frequencies would be instant, but I feel now that we have been given small doses over a longer period of time in order to gradually raise our frequencies that way. That way, more of us would be able to be here to experience the final wave, which will move us from third density beings to fourth density beings.